Hello everyone, this is Mega Mo from Cool Geek Redline VR Racing, and today we're racing at Silverstone. There's two races, and we have racing with me is Smooth D Mac and Mustafa Jones. And so far, the race turned out pretty good, and so let's get started. I'm in the white car behind Mustafa Jones and Smoothie Mac. Mustafa Jones in the green car just collided with Smoothie Mac in the Audi, and this gave me an opportunity to actually take advantage of that little incident. And this car I don't normally drive, the NSX. I don't generally drive it, but I decided, give it a chance to see how well it does. And in project cars, this car actually performs and handles extremely well. The car is very easy to drive. It's fairly quick. It's not too loose on the corners, it doesn't push too much on the corners. Just a little, has a slight miles per hour speed limit when it comes to top speed. The Huracan basically got me by 2 miles per hour. But it all comes down to the driving. 2 miles per hour is more of an advantage if there's a lot of long straights on the track, or for a particular track. But so far, I'm holding, Alex, kind of leaving him at this point. But this section of the track here, section 1, I always seem to have a problem. I'm much slower. As you can see how quickly Alex caught up to me on section 1. Very quickly he caught up to me. Now that shouldn't have happened if I was driving the car correctly, or if I was driving it hard enough. I'm being a little bit too conservative in section 1. All the other sections I seem to be pretty good at. I don't have too much of an issue. Here you can see I kind of overshoot the turn a little bit, and didn't quite hit the apex correctly, but still have gained some speed. As you can see, I'm slowly leaving him. Alex is doing pretty well. He's not quite hitting his apexes right, but it is what it is. As for Smooth D Mac, he's actually out of the race. His car got pretty much severely damaged when Alex Mustafa Jones had T-boned him when he spun around. Now, when you see in the next race, actually, Smooth D Mac does much better. Considering that the wheel that he's using a non-force-back wheel, so he basically have to more or less visualize and guess what the car is doing. And that's one of the advantages of having force feedback. You can actually see or actually feel what the car is doing. Now, as you can see here, he's actually caught up to me very quickly, and he drives this section pretty hard, as you can see. Just being too conservative, and that's just my driving. I'm not particularly aggressive in that section, and I realized that when he was right behind me. I was like, wait a minute, how did he get behind me so quickly? But that is because I'm just too slow on that particular section. So I had to work on that. He still can't quite get past me, as you can see. You know, when it comes to sweeping turns, I'm pretty good at the sweeping turns. When it comes to tight turns, that all depends. That depends on what the how the circumstances are. Uh, but so far, so good. And I remember thinking, I'm like, damn. I said, this guy always get me on section 1, and I had to basically do better to keep him behind me, because Mustafa Jones have a habit of dive bombing, uh, to get ahead. I mean, which is okay in certain circumstances, but as you will see in the second race, you will see why. He has a tendency just to dive bomb the hell out of you. And you have to more or less expect it when he's behind you. He's very competitive. And that's how you should be, to be honest with you, when it comes to this type of sport. Okay, here I come again, section 1, starting out. Okay, it seems like I'm holding speed. And I come here. He's right behind me. Now he's on my right hand. Now what I did was I tried to protect that line, but he just bull guarded his way through, as you can see. It upset the car, and that was it. But here I can actually catch up to him. But I didn't have enough straight to really take advantage of him. Plus, as you can see, we're running into traffic now. So I had to basically cut around this car. And basically I lost some speed, and I'm basically chasing him down right now. Oh, see, if this game was really good when it comes to track affiliation, if that's I made up a word, yeah, I would have been actually penalized for that. Cutting the track like that. But I mean, I'm in the heat of the moment, and I was like, I'm gonna catch this guy. I'm gonna get him, for bumping me out, more or less. But so far it was we're doing pretty good right now. And I noticed in VR mode, for some reason the camera is slightly off on the car. I don't know why. If anybody knows anything about how to set this up properly, please let me know. I mean, it's like a wide fisheye kind of view. It's a little concocted, but I mean, it gives a really good sense of speed, though, I have to admit. Okay, see, I'm still keeping up with them.
Traffic ahead, backlock coming up.
Man, car I started pushing a bit. So now here it gets interesting. Now he's coming to sector 1, and he's still leaving in section 1. He's starting to leave me in section 1, and I'm trying my darndest to try to catch up to him. See, I'm still a little too slow. Maybe a tad faster, but not fast enough. Yeah, and it could be also the Huracan too. The Huracan probably has better turn-in. Currently defaulted, the setup is defaulted. It has better turn-in as opposed to the NSX. NSX slightly pushes. Maybe that's why the car seems to be so forgiving at times. That could be actually tweaked out. They got to get the best performance out of it. Now, here's a point where I caught up to him significantly because the AI car kind of bogs him up a bit, almost takes me out. Now with the AI, Alex had set this race up, and he didn't quite set the AI up correctly. which was okay. That's not a big deal. But mainly we just racing each other. AI would just make it a little bit more challenging because you have to drive through traffic. So far I'm on his ass. Alright, I stick my nose out. I don't dive bomb him. I see what the car's gonna do, and I just hang back, trying not to dive bomb him. Alright, still try to stick my nose in. See, I keep away from him. I don't try to push my way through. Okay. Alright, so far I'm on him. I'm on him pretty good. Alright, I said let me try to catch up to him on this one. Alright, so far I'm still with him. Oh, almost lost it there. Got a little bit too anxious. And then he messed it up. His car couldn't take it no more. Now, I believe what happened is that for the Huracan, after a while, hitting those turns pretty hard, because he comes in section 1 pretty fast. He really aggressive with coming into turn 1. He probably wore out his tires much quicker. So he thought he could do the same thing and continuously do it. But as you can see, he couldn't hang on. The car just came around on him. So, yep, he's kind of way behind right now. And all it takes is a few seconds, and you just lose a lot of time and lose position. You know, but he hangs in there. One thing I gotta say about Project Cars, in some cases, the game looks really, really good. I mean, in certain instances, you can see where they cheat. You know, you got repetitive textures, like as you can see in that long straight coming down. Okay, I'm in view now, so he's trying his best to catch up. One thing that Project Cars or the developer for Project Cars, what they need to do, what they should have done was keep working with this game, because basically this game is basically Project Cars 1 with all the patches and fixes that they've done, that they should have done for Project Cars 1. This is basically Project Cars 1. It's the same game. They tighten up the physics a little bit, and so I mean it's a better game. Because you see, Alex is not in view anymore. Yep, he's probably spun out in turn 1 again, or sector 1 again. The car just can't do it anymore. Yeah. Yeah, at this point, there's no hope now. You know, his car's probably very loose at this point. So he had to basically gingerly drive the car around. So I was saying about Project Cars 2. So as everybody probably knows, that the studio that developed this game is actually coming out with a console, which I don't really quite understand why they would do that, considering the console market, game console market is pretty saturated right now and extremely competitive. So why would they decide to come out with a console is beyond me. And they also announced that they're going to do another Project Cars, Project Cars 3. As you can see, I just finished the race. Came in number 1. So that was a pretty good, that was a fairly good race. I could have done better. Actually, to tell you the truth, I should have done better. But we will keep on doing this. We'll keep on going. The work on perfecting my driving. Alright, we're going to start the second race now. Alright, this race is a little bit more interesting, as you're going to see in a minute. Alright, fighting through the traffic. Alright, Mustafa Jones is ahead of me. And Smooth D Mac, I said Smooth It. He's behind me, and for some reason Alex slowed down a big clip. He just slowed down for some reason. We had discussed it. He basically claims that he didn't want to get hit. Well, he almost did get hit by me if I didn't swerve around him. But I did cut him cleanly, but he, again, didn't want me to get in front of him. He just cut me over and tried to upset my car, but he wasn't too successful. So he's behind me now. He's chasing me down, and I'm chasing the cars in front of me, and this is where things got a bit hairy. Alright, so he basically dive bombs in, and we got together, and then I get pushed into the wall. And at that point, I thought that was pretty much the end of the race for me. But luckily, my car did not get damaged by hitting the wall. So I'm thinking at this point, oh man, I said, I really got to push this car, to try to catch it on. So let's take a look at that again. Alright. We're actually going to look at a different view. We're going to go into Smooth D Max car. Actually, no. Do I go to Smooth D Max? Let's see what happens. Alright, this is the first instance. He slows down, to a crawl. I didn't understand why he did that. And here I am. He comes in. He probably didn't see me from that angle. The way I came out, shot it out, he probably didn't see me until the last minute. So that wasn't too bad. That wasn't much of a big deal. So let's rewind this back. Okay. Wind this back to the beginning, and let's start this again. Again, always the AI to me is not perfect. Okay, his outside view. He slows down. And then I come into the picture now. I had a pretty good clip going, and I didn't quite understand why he slowed down the way he did. There was really nobody in front of him to do that. But he was a little shell-shocked from our qualifying, because I crashed him out pretty bad in qualifying. Yeah, that was kind of my fault. I don't have a video on that, but it was pretty bad. Okay, here we go. Alright, Alex in front, I'm the second one, and Smooth D Mac is third. Now we're in Smooth D Mac's car. And we're going to see from his point of view what happened. He thought it was pretty hilarious with the way things transpired. Alright, I came out trying to race my line. I pushed him a little bit, but then he just pushed me all the way up to the. And I'm like, so that, I mean, it happens in racing. It's like it's no real big deal. You know, I mean, you see professionals do it. And every now and then they get in a tangle and egos get involved, and then there's a crash of some sort. Thing is, you don't win a race. Never win a race on the first lap. That's the first thing. Alright, so now I'm like, okay, I gotta really push the hell out of this car to catch up to the rest of the pack, which is going to be very difficult to do. And right now, you're looking at Smooth D Mac, actually ahead of Alex, and he's doing quite well. Surprisingly, he's doing very, very well. You know, considering the type of wheel that he has. He's racing with a Logitech. I believe it's the F3. No, excuse me, F430. I believe. That's what he's racing with. So he basically has no road feel whatsoever. He's basically going by the cue of where the car is pointing, and probably the sounds of the tires. So far he just took off, and he stated he really likes the way this car performs, the Audis. In real life, Audis are very easy to drive and easy to race with. That's one of the reasons why they're so successful in the GT3 series. Between that car and, actually, believe it or not, the Mercedes AMG. AMG is another good car. You can see in the background, Alex just got bumped by that Bentley. Sometimes the AI can be very, very ridiculous sometimes. But look, so far he's way in the lead. He's doing very well. He just took off and left everybody. And he makes his turn. Okay, he's doing quite well. Doing quite well. I might have to try that car myself, to be honest with you. You know, but I felt like the Acura is more than enough to actually drive the way the way it feels, how it handles. It handles extremely well. Okay, so he lost it a little bit. It seems like Smooth D Mac has an issue with Sector 1. He gets kind of squirrely. Okay, due to his mistakes, Alex managed to catch up. They're too wide right now. Okay, so far so good. He's holding his line. He's holding his place. Alex is trying to get around him. His side along him. Too wide. I think Alex may have this one. And Alex took the lead. Okay, let's see what Smooth D Mac does now. He's doing well. He's pretty quick on this sector. It's very, very good. Okay, I'm nowhere to be seen yet. Alright, I'm all the way in the back, as you can see. Came across. Alright, trying to catch up. It's Moody Mac is holding on. And he managed to catch up to Alex. That was bizarre. And he actually loses it. Oh. And he crashes into a Bentley. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's I don't know what happened. That was kind of strange. Alex slowed down again tremendously for some apparent reason. I don't know why. Alright. This car is a little damaged right now. I don't know if it has suspension damage or not, but you can see visually he has body damage. Okay. Okay, he's doing good. Ooh. Yeah, he's I think he's more aggressive than Alex, to be honest with you. He's really on it. Okay, so he's working his way up. I'm just coming into the foreground now. I'm starting to come into the foreground. And oh, it seemed like the McLaren bumped him way off the track. Oh, AI can be vicious. And here I come, and there I go. Now, since I'm driving, I don't know how well he's actually doing. If he had kept, he's probably damaged to the point where his suspension may be damaged. I don't know. But at this point, he wasn't able to catch up. My main focus is to catch up to the pack. And hoping that Mustafa Jones would actually make a mistake. You know, seldom I make mistakes. I mean, really bad mistakes. That will cause the car to get upset. And with this car, with the Acura, it's very difficult to make that car upset. It drives so well. It handles so great in this game. Now, I did try the Bentley in one of the off sessions or practice sessions, and I have to admit that car is terrible in this game. Absolutely terrible. The gearing seemed to be wrong, in my opinion. The handling was just absolutely atrocious. I mean, the car could not, it was very unstable. The car didn't feel planted at all. So, I mean, I had a hell of a time controlling that car, and I decided, I said, no, I'm not going to race with that car. There's no way. I mean, granted, I have a set of Corsa Competizione, and that one, the Bentley in that game handles like a dream. For a big, heavy car, the car is really, really good. It has the power, and it handles very well. It does push a little bit. I mean, you can actually tune that out so the car doesn't push as much, but other than that, the car really handles great and it felt well planted. In this game, forget it. I don't know what type of... They haven't really finished with the physics in this game, to be honest with you. I don't think they completely modeled each car because they're doing multiple genres. So, you know, Project Cars 2, I mean, that's why I said this is not quite a sim. You know, it's like between a sim and arcade type of game, but it's good enough right now, you know, to have some pretty decent competition. And it appears to be there's a lot of people playing it online as well. There's quite a few people that play Project Cars multiplayer, from what I've seen. So they have a little fan base going here. They got something here. You know, they just need to perfect their game. And I have a feeling they're not really going to do that. But even if Project Car 3's come out, when it comes out, it's going to be it's not going to be all that I mean, they'll work out. Game or anything like that. They're basically going to use the same graphic engine, you know, and stuff like that. So, as you can see, I caught up. There's Alex. Now I see him. He made a mistake. Again, Sector 1. After a while, the car cannot handle Sector 1. To be honest with you, I had to drive that car myself. I drove it. Oh, Alex hit him. Yeah, he slid into him. Here I come. Now, I get in a position, but I didn't bully my way through. So I said, okay, let me just let him go. And then this, you know, the race was still ongoing. So, you know, we had another few more laps, if I'm not mistaken. So I just got to work my way up. Okay, he went off the track. He's driving really hard because he knows I'm right behind him. He knows I'm there. And when I'm there, I'm a big threat. So he's driving the hell out of this car. You know, and this time we actually have the AI the way it should. I think the AI, again, tongue-tied. I believe the AI is at 65% with the aggression level at 35%, which is manageable, you know, because the AI can be absolutely ridiculous at times. You know, especially if you leave it at default. Forget it, the cars will just punch you off the road every time you turn around. So far he got a good run. I got caught up in traffic. And the guy fell behind a bit. And he's driving too hard. He's driving way too hard. He knows I'm not far. He knows that. Okay, he gets a little wide. He comes around. He's not as fast as before because I think the car's starting to get loose under him a bit. Alright, I'm behind the Bentley. Even the Porsche trying to get some. And that's the AI. Alright, he manages to beat the Porsche out the turn. Porsche comes right behind him, almost knocked him off the road. And he's trying. I'm still behind the Bentley. Okay. Alright, he hit that turn better. And I'm still behind the Bentley. It seems like this pack of cars are the fairly quick ones. They left one pack and entered another pack. This is a faster pack, faster group. Okay, let's see if Alex hang on. Okay, so far so good. Alright, I'll try to make my move on the Bentley. Let's see, and he hits it too hard. But he recovers quickly. That would basically saved him. And here I come, right behind him. He recovered just in the nick of time. And that was the last, I believe that was the last lap right there. So he won that one. And that was a pretty good race. So I hope everyone enjoyed this video, this commentary. And I'm going to do some more. I'm going to do more of these. Hopefully I can get better in my commentaries. So everybody, thank you for watching and take care.